Welcome to another meditation from Wellness and Health Promotion Services at UCF. Today's meditation, we're going to look at test anxiety and performance anxiety. So, I'm going to give you a few tips about how to get ready when you're about to take a test, and then I'm going to lead you through a test performance meditation. So, often when you're about to take an exam, or even when you're studying for a test, the stress response tends to kick in because it perceives a threat. And when this happens, you might notice the physical symptoms appearing, such as sweaty palms, increased heart rate, shallow breathing, maybe some muscle tension. And mentally, what's happening is your brain is shifting to the more emotional, reactive part, telling you to run or fight, which doesn't help when you need to stay put and be calm. When the brain is in this mode, it's not accessing the frontal lobe area where you have the more analytical, focused thinking going on. It's more coming out of the amygdala area, the emotional response. So that's why you might feel like you're in a fog or can't recall simple things, let alone what you've been studying for. So there are a couple of things you can do to help with this. First, I always tell my clients, try to change your perspective. So this can even occur as you're studying or maybe preparing for a presentation. So instead of perceiving the situation through a lens of dread, try and shift that to looking at it as though you're excited about what's going to happen. You can't wait to take that test or do that presentation and show everyone all that you know, all that you're ready for. Now, this perspective does imply that you've studied and you're prepared for whatever's going to happen. And it's helping reframe that notion that test taking is bad to one that's saying, this is a chance to showcase all that I've learned. Second, along with this perspective shift, you could also use self-hypnotic cues while taking the test. So start by creating these cues while you're studying. So by taking breaks and focusing on your breathing, then repeating to yourself positive messages or mantras like, I know this material. I'm going to do fine. Or, I'm smart. I'm capable. That's why I'm in college. I've got this. And right before the test or during the test, or perhaps during a presentation, if you start to get nervous, breathe and repeat those phrases to yourself. This will help the brain shift out of the stress response to a more relaxed, calm response. And then third, practice breathing and body scan meditations daily, and also right before you're about to take a test or do a presentation. Doing this helps your mind and body to recognize and feel more relaxed, so it's easier then to bring on that relaxation response when needed. So kind of knowing all that now, I'm going to take you through a performance test taking meditation. So I invite you to get into a comfortable position, seated with feet on the ground, arms gently resting on your sides, and let your eyelids gently close. And bring your attention to your breathing. You're not changing anything about your breathing, but just noticing it. A great way to notice and experience your breathing is engaging your senses. So notice on your next exhale the feel of the air going out your nose and mouth. Maybe even puckering your lips a little bit to make a swishing sound that you can hear. Then on your next inhale, perhaps noticing any fragrances that you might smell. And as you're exhaling through the mouth again, notice any tastes in your mouth. As you continue to focus on the sensations of your breathing, place your hand on your belly and just notice the feel, the rhythmic movement, the abdomen going up as you inhale and relaxing, going down as you exhale. Just continue to focus on your breathing. If you notice your mind wandering, just bring it back to the physical breath, grounding your attention in the sensations of the breath. And now that you're feeling more present, more relaxed, I invite you to do some visualizations with me. So imagine yourself sitting down at your computer, ready to take a test. Use again all of your senses to visualize yourself there. Perhaps noticing what you're wearing, how the material of what you're wearing feels against your skin. Maybe noticing the temperature of the air and the feel of the chair you're sitting in and how you're seated. Is your posture curved in and creating tension? Or are you sitting in a comfortable, shoulders back stance ready to take the test? Visualize the room you're in. Is it free of distractions? Or is there a lot of clutter? Now be aware of how you're feeling. Is your heart beating fast? Are you feeling lightheaded or nervous? As you're imagining all of this, take a moment to focus on your breathing. Slow your breath down with a slow, long exhale through the mouth, and then a gentle, steady inhale through the nose. Feel the breath go into any tight muscles you might be experiencing in your neck, shoulders, or your arms and legs. Just continue to breathe, letting go of any tension you feel in your body. Now I invite you to visualize yourself opening up the exam. Again, notice how you're feeling. And if you notice any stress, take a few cleansing breaths again to ground yourself. Visualize yourself going through and scanning all the questions on the test, and then going back and answering the questions that you're sure of right away. Now go back and start looking at the questions that maybe you're not as confident about. And take some slow, deep breaths and repeat in your head your positive mantra or message to yourself. I can do this. I'm capable. I'm doing the best I can. And continue on visualizing the rest of the test. And if you notice any tension growing, take a 30-second break to breathe and let go of the tension. going back to the exam when you feel refreshed and confident. Imagine now that you've finished the test and you confidently submit the final answer. See yourself getting up, taking some nice stretches, deep breaths. Notice how you feel emotionally and physically. And then gently bring your attention back to your breathing, letting the images of the test go with each exhale, and just focusing again on the sensations of your breathing. And then gently bring your attention back to the room, feeling the chair beneath you, having a sense of the walls around you, the ceiling above you, the floor beneath you. And gently and slowly let your eyelids begin to open, taking in the room around you, slowly acclimating yourself back to your space. And take a moment or two to reflect on how you feel. Maybe even jotting down in a journal or on just a piece of paper some takeaways that you have from this meditation. Thinking of some strategies that you could use to help you perhaps study better and to do better on test taking. And if you feel so inclined, please share your reflections on our social media. We're at Healthy Nights on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And I thank you for joining me in this meditation, and I wish you well.